Your name will also go on the list. What is it?
Don't tell him, Pike.
Pike.
Hi everyone, how you doing? It's Paul here from Unusual Things. Now this morning I have come to Sutton Coldfield Crematorium because we're going to find the, it's pouring down with rain, it's nice actually, the place where Arthurlowe's ashes were scattered. Okay, now there is no memorial plaque, I will tell you that from the start, okay, just so you don't watch it and go, oh, no memorial plaque. There's no memorial plaque, but I will show you where he is scattered. Lots of you are Dadsarmy fans and fans of Arthurlowe as well, so we'll do that. It's starting to rain, so I will just get on with it and give you some information. Arthurlowe, 22nd of September 1915 to the 15th of April 1982, was an English actor. His acting career spanned 36 years, including starring roles in numerous theatre and television productions. He played Captain Mainwaring in the British sitcom Dadsarmy from 1968 until 1977. He was nominated for 7 BAFTAs and became one of the most recognised faces on UK television. Lowe began acting professionally in England in 1945 after army service in the Second World War. He worked in theatre, film and television throughout the 1950s, but it was not until he landed the part of Leonard Swindley in the television soap Coronation Street in the 1960s that he came to the national attention. He played the character until 1966 while continuing theatre and other acting work. In February 1939, Lowe joined the Territorial Army, which meant several months later he was among the first men called up to serve in the Second World War. He served with the Duke of Lancaster's own yeomanry, initially training with horses. The regiment soon became a merchandised unit of the Royal Artillery. Lowe was medically regarded due to his poor eyesight, and after training in wireless and as a radar technician transferred to the Royal Army Ordnance Corps. After working on searchlights in Lincolnshire, he was sent out to Egypt in 1942, where he soon transferred to the Royal Electrical Mechanical Engineers. He was a good horseman and learned to speak Arabic. After a period in the Suez Canal zone, he was stationed at the Remies 15th Radio Repair Workshops at Rafah. In 1968, Lowe was cast in his best remembered role as the Home Guard platoon leader Captain Mainwaring in the BBC sitcom Dadsarmy, 1968 to 1977. Some colleagues on the show later remarked that the role resembled him, pompous and bumbling. Frank Williams said he felt this perception was unfair. He certainly didn't suffer fools gladly and always knew his own mind, but he also had an ability to laugh at himself. Personally, I found him to be a most kind and generous man. David Croft said Lowe had to be treated with kid gloves. He had firm ideas on what he was willing to do and never took his script home, which resulted in uncertainty over his lines. He could be pompous, and over time his part was written so that there was a blurring of the line between actor and character. An oddity of his contract was that he was to never remove his trousers. While Dadsarmy was not in production, Lowe's work continued to include stage roles. In 1968, he was invited by Laurence Olivier to join the National Theatre at the Old Vic to play divorce solicitor A.B. Rayham in Somerset Maugham's Home and Beauty. By the mid-1970s, Lowe suffered from narcolepsy, which caused him to fall asleep during rehearsals, performances and other unintended times. Sometimes in the middle of a sentence, Stephen Lowe said that although he was often mistaken for drunk, he very rarely was. While both biographies of Lowe acknowledge his high consumption of alcohol, neither claim it extended to alcoholism. Lowe was also unfit, a smoker and increasingly overweight. In 1979 he suffered a minor stroke. Despite his generally declining health, including worsening narcolepsy, he maintained a busy professional life. Derek Benfield described him as a workaholic. On the 14th of April 1982, Lowe gave a live televised interview on Pebble Mill at 1. At just after 6 p.m. the same day, he collapsed from the onset of a stroke in his dressing room at the Alexandra Theatre, Birmingham. This was before a performance of Home at 7, which he was due to appear with his wife Joan. He was taken unconscious to Birmingham General Hospital, where he died at about 5 a.m. He was 66 years old. Lowe was cremated and his ashes were scattered at Sutton Coldfield Crematorium following a small funeral of which very few people were notified and fewer than a dozen attended. Right, so hi everyone, I've just bumped into Martin here, who's a funeral director, because I'm at Sutton Coldfield Crematorium, like I said earlier on. How you doing, Martin? You alright?
Absolutely fine, thank you, Paul. Good. It's lovely bumping into you.
I know, he literally, I thought he was following me around to tell me off and kick me out. But I was walking up there to speak to a member of staff, and Martin, I turned around and he was following me, and I thought he was going to kick me out. But you watch the show, don't you? Watch the channel?
Absolutely, I'll subscribe to it, me and the Missus Cat, and we watch it every time there's a new video. We absolutely love it.
Great stuff.
I mean, working in the funeral service 25 years now, and we do visit some famous graves, some very, very unusual graves, like, you know.
Cool, yeah.
Always very, very interesting. Not everybody's cup of tea,
no,
but for a lot of people, it's an eye-opener, and your show is wonderful. It's
Thank you.
It's lovely.
Oh, bless you. Really kind of Martin. And we've just wound his wife up. We just phoned her up and I said, I think I found him. So, but she didn't click for a while. But yeah, so Martin, pleasure, and it's always good to have. I love having funeral directors, in particularly on the channel, because it's always good to chat to them and see what they do and everything. So thank you very much.
You're more than welcome. It's lovely bumping into you. And all the best to everybody who watches Paul's videos. Absolutely spot on. All the best.
He's a top boy, isn't he?
I think I've found him.
Ah, that's my line. Cheers, Martin. So there's all the information there about Arthurlowe, and what's going on with the camera, you little wonky? Okay, there's a pond there, but it's dried out. Okay, ow. There's lots of mole holes around here too, so your ankles are just waiting to be tripping and falling down every single hole possible. Now, this is the area. Okay, I can't say I think I found it because there's no plaque. I told you that earlier on. Okay, but what I will do is I'll show you the rough sort of area as to where his ashes were laid.
Congratulations, Captain Mainwaring. How did the men behave on the way down? Any troubles?
No, I had no trouble at all, except from the warden, who, I mean, we expect trouble from anywhere. He's not one of my men in the first place. In fact, I don't know how he muscled his way in on the function at all.
I'm led to believe is that they were put around this area. Now there's a few little different flowers and little gifts and things like that around this area, and I should imagine in its height, when it's a little bit better looked after. Don't get me wrong, it's lovely, but it's just mole holes everywhere. I think they've ruined it. Look, see them? There. But it is a beautiful, peaceful little place. And like I say, the pond that's now dried up, I don't know whether that's been due to the mad summer days we had in July. But there you go. So that's the memorial spot where Arthurlowe had his ashes spread. You see lots of little pictures all around here, different people and stuff. It is a really nice little place. Like I say, it's just absolutely started to open up a bit now. And it was great to meet Martin earlier on, wasn't it? The funeral director. I like meeting you guys when I'm out and about. So he literally come running up behind me. I thought he was going to throw me out. But no, he was cool. He was a great guy. So yeah, that's it from another one today in the rain in the Midlands. I'm not going up there yet because there is a funeral just going on, so we will wait down here as you'll always show respect, and I will see you all on the next one. Take it easy.